Over the years, we have seen a dramatic increase in gun violence in Maine, and it's in line with an issue that the entire country is facing right now. Between 2009 and 2018, the number of gun-related deaths in Maine increased by 20%, according to Everytown research. 57% of all homicides in Maine involve guns. The national average is 74%. Everytown research also said that stricter legislation could have directly prevented a mass shooting that killed 4 people in Bowdoin back in April. Both federal and state governments determine the gun laws in our country, but federal jurisdiction over these laws has been a big debate in Congress. Today, President Biden announced he is going over Congress's head and creating the first ever Office of Gun Violence Prevention. NBC's Chris Pallone has the details.
Surrounded by survivors of gun violence and those dedicated to ending it, President Biden announced the launch of the nation's first ever White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention.
After every mass shooting, we hear a simple message, the same message all over the country. And I've been to every mass shooting. Do something. Please do something.
Vice President Kamala Harris will lead the office, which will work towards executive actions the president can take alone to fight gun violence and support state efforts to do the same.
On this issue, we do not have a moment to spare, nor a life to spare.
Nearly 50,000 people died from shootings in 2021. More than half were suicides. Doctors Emily and Elliot Lieberman survived the 2022 4th of July mass shooting in Highland Park, Illinois.
We're very optimistic that this office is going to help to be the interface between the executive and legislative branches here in Washington, D.C. So now to have an assigned office, a full-time staff doing that work is going to be critical.
They're pushing for a ban on assault weapons and recruiting other doctors to their cause.
If you have been shot by an assault weapon, odds are you end up in the morgue instead of in the emergency room.
Despite polls showing public support for stricter gun laws, on Capitol Hill, lawmakers don't have the votes to pass an assault weapons ban. Chris Pallone, NBC News.
Now, all this comes not even a day after Migos rapper Cuevo met with Vice President Kamala Harris to show his support for gun violence prevention. He also spoke out about the issue to many other legislators at the conference in Washington on Wednesday. Now, Cuevo has a traumatic personal history with gun violence. Last year, he witnessed the death of his nephew, Takeoff, who was also a member of the Migos. He said he is using his platform now to prevent that same experience from happening to other people. In honor of Takeoff, he has donated $2 million to community violence intervention.